Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Beau again. So today, we're going to talk about Trump's National Guard super duper major mega MAGA changes. So, we got a question, and it might be worth going over just to make sure everybody's familiar with a few pieces of information. Quote, Miss Bell, so I'm curious. How is Trump's National Guard plan different from the NGRF? Because this sounds like something that already exists. I feel like this is how I spent my time. Probably lower standards. Okay, so back in August, Trump signed an executive order that in relevant part said, quote, in coordination with the respective adjutants general, the Secretary of Defense shall designate an appropriate number of each state's trained National Guard members to be reasonably available for rapid mobilization for such purposes. In addition, the Secretary of Defense shall ensure the availability of a standing National Guard quick reaction force that shall be resourced, trained, and available for rapid nationwide deployment. This has gotten a lot of attention lately, and it's prompted a lot of questions and some worry. So, this already exists, kind of, twice. One is the National Guard Reaction Force, or NGRF, mentioned in the message. I have no idea when this was founded, and tried to find some info on it and couldn't. But in a 2016 document, it says, quote, the National Guard Reaction Force, NGRF, is a specially trained force comprised of soldiers and airmen from existing National Guard units that provide each state, territory, and the District of Columbia with a rapid response capability focused on incidents requiring law enforcement and security support. The NGRF is designed to respond to an incident ahead of federal assets and capable of delivering an initial force of 75 to 125 personnel within 8 hours, and a follow-on force of up to 375 personnel within 24 hours. The NGRFs are organized as temporary task forces and perform their mission primarily under the command and control of their home state, territory, or the District of Columbia. The rumor mill says that Trump's version of this is supposed to have about 500 troops per state, which seems to be the rough numbers mentioned. The NGRF is primarily a counter-terror force. It looks like Trump's version is more riot control. So the level of training will probably be different. There's also the Homeland Response Force. It's basically the same thing, but geared towards seaborne threats, chemicals and nuke stuff. Instead of every state, these are organized under the 10 regions. But bizarrely, and this really might be a coincidence, each of those 10 regions has about 600 troops. So 6,000 troops total, divided by 50 states equals 120. It's totally possible that Trump's big move is literally just combining two forces that already exist. Now, as far as total manpower, Trump's force is reportedly supposed to have 23,500 troops. That number scared some people and led to a lot of alarm, especially centering on using them on the election. First, again, something very comparable already exists and has for at least a decade. Second, that's not enough troops to do anything scary. That total cluster of a show in LA wound up with a reported almost 5,000 troops deployed between the National Guard and the Marines. And that was for a PR stunt in a single city. They authorized 800 troops for a single square block in Portland. This just isn't enough troops to impede anything on the scale people are talking about. So, what's the difference? It might be less trained than what already exists. This looks like another Trump ego trip. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.